All right, welcome back to the Forge Radio. And now I'm here with Jeff Rappaport from Metal Rules TV. Say hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
All right, quite literal. All right, so in case those who don't know, Jeff Rappaport hosts Metal Rules TV, and can you tell us a little bit about Metal Rules TV?
Yeah, Metal Rules TV is basically an offshoot of the magazine that I formed in 1997.
All right.
It's basically on the YouTube channel. Check it out. It's got interviews and reviews and all the good stuff, and a lot of weird humor and llamas and shit like that.
All right. Now, what do you think is like the most important part of the metal scene at this moment? You living through the 80s and stuff. You gotta have some advice on that. Like, what do you think is the most integral part to the whole scene?
Most integral part of the whole metal scene?
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. Definitely. The most important thing about metal music, you mean?
I guess so.
That's a pretty in-depth question there.
Well, I guess we'll get back to that question later.
Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. I was just saying, like, what do you think is the most, important part to it?
Just banging your head.
All right.
Having a good time, drinking beers, hang out with your friends.
That sounds pretty metal.
What's that?
That sounds pretty metal.
That it is, my friend.
Who do you think the who was your favorite interview from Metal Rules, just in general, from either your magazine or your show right now? Like, what was your favorite interview?
Well, the most awkward one was the Gary Busey interview that we did. Because he spent most of the interview yelling at me.
Sounds pretty funny.
But I guess the best one ever would have to be, was talking to Bruce Dickinson and Rob Halford, those two, because just they were my idols, so to actually sit down or have that time to talk to those guys.
Oh, wow, that sounds really cool.
So over the top for me.
All right. Now, is there any band you would like to give a shout-out to, like, a band that you feel like has been underappreciated for a long time that you just want to get out there to the public?
Well, let's give a shout out to a couple new bands I've seen lately that I thought were really good. And that's On Top.
On Top?
And Condition Critical. And Midnight Hellion. There's three local bands I've seen recently that have been really good.
So, yeah, I saw your interview with On Top. They're like a mix between hard rock and heavy metal. They sound pretty good.
Yeah, the guitar is shred. They're a good band.
Yeah, the reviews on Metal Archives didn't like them, but those are reviews on Metal Archives. They can be hugely inaccurate. But
Did they give them a hard time?
well, yeah, it's like they only gave them like a 50%. It wasn't a very good review, but I thought the music was great.
Probably because they're not like your typical metal band that you see in there. They're more like a hard rock band.
Yeah.
So they may have been just sad that they weren't death metal or thrash metal or something else.
So, has there ever been besides the Gary Busey experience, has there ever been any other funny experiences that ever happened on your show, or something just completely strange out of nowhere that just kind of like made your day, or I don't know?
I guess there's been a lot of times where I spent a lot of times in urinals next to famous people. Usually, like, we went and did an interview with some guys from this TV show Oz that was on HBO, and when I went to the bathroom while I was waiting for them to come out, I spent some time next to a couple guys from Oz. I felt like I was actually in prison because they were peeing on either side of me. And I've also peed next to Corey Feldman. And I've peed next to Bobby Blitz of Overkill.
Oh, wow.
And I peed... What's that?
I said, oh, wow.
And I also peed in between Marcos Gueda of Death Angel and that giant guy, Brian Posen.
So, basically...
Many pee stories.
So, if I ever want to just talk to a famous musician or something, I could just go to the urinals and start pissing, and then I can just talk to a, musician.
As long as you have a big cock like mine, so that they're comfortable. You don't want them looking over at you and mocking you. So, be comfortable with your penis size before you make that kind of
All right. Is there anything you want people to know about, like something new news about metal, or just anything that you found to be an interesting story that you might report on your show? That I believe that you said you were recording tonight. Is there any sort of announcement?
I actually have guests waiting downstairs, and because I love you so much, I made them sit there quietly with their hands folded and to wait for me so that I could talk to you.
Awesome.
And I had Bruce Dickinson downstairs, and he so that was, what you gonna do?
All right. So
he might not actually be there.
I remember you said you had Rob Dukes on the show, and it was actually the miniaturized version of Rob Dukes.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be Rob Dukes. I've since talked to him. He's supposed to be on the show in May.
No, yeah?
It was a mix-up, and he didn't come on, so we had my son be him instead.
Nice. All right. So, anything else you feel like you want to get out there, or you think you covered all your bases?
You're interviewing me, so tell me what you want to hear. I'll tell you.
All right. I think the only other question I have is how much longer do you feel like you're gonna do Metal Rules TV? Do you just gonna keep on doing at it, or you just plan to stop at one point if something bad happens, or what's the future of Metal Rules TV?
Well, I guess when I die, it'll probably stop.
Nah, all right, that's.
Unless my son takes it over for me, we'll have one Rappaport in the family doing it at all times. But yeah, I like to keep going. I enjoy it still. It's funny. I remember when I was little, my mother said, "Hey, you'll get sick of heavy metal." When I was like 13, and I'm 45 now, and I like it more than ever, and I like actually heavier shit than I even liked when I was younger. So I think I'm getting worse.
What was the band that got you into heavy metal? Like that one band that's been really influential?
Well, the first thing I ever heard that was really I heard Kiss and stuff and Aerosmith, and I liked it, but a lot of people say Kiss started. That didn't do it for me. I thought that was watching it as a kid, seeing the fire, and the blood and all that, but it didn't really musically. It didn't really do it for me. The first thing I really heard that I loved was Ted Nugent.
Are you?
Rappaport, Ted Nugent.
Awesome.
But then, so once I heard Ted Nugent, I was like, oh my God, this is great. That's why I got into heavy music. But then I heard Iron Maiden, and that was it. I was sold for life.
Iron Maiden's a great band. I can't blame you for that.
Yeah.
And all right. And final question would be, is there any band out there that you feel like is possibly giving metal bad face, in the sense that there's that one band or something that just kind of bothers you because it's making itself seem like it's the face of metal when it's not, or something like that?
What bands bother me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I think we covered that on the show a lot.
Opeth?
I think are totally boring. They don't do it for me at all. I love the guy when he's Mikiel, or I love him when in Bloodbath, but Opeth's not for me. And Dream Theater, another band, just bores the shit out of me. I just can't get into it at all.
Well, that's progressive metal. It goes on for about 20 minutes, and sometimes you'll eventually get bored. So
I don't like songs that are 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Longer. Too much.
What if it's a Maiden song?
I actually have a question for you.
All right.
Are you honored to have Jeff Rappaport on your show?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Are you honored to have Metal Rules TV on your show?
Yes, I am.
And why?
Because Jeff Rappaport rules like Metal Rules TV rules.
Very good.
I just made that up off the top of my head, but all right, yeah.
But that was very quick.
It's very good to have you on the show here. It's been an honor. Keep on doing the stuff you're doing. You're getting great interviews, like with Deceased and Believer and all these other cool bands that you had on the show, like your members from the bands. It's really cool what you're doing. So, keep at it. You're doing great work.
Okay, I want to give a shout out to my other two hosts, Brian and Josh.
All right, sure. All right.
We'll have to have them on individually, too.
All right. All right, so I think I'm going to have to move on to my next interview soon. So thank you for being on the show, Jeff. Metal Rules TV rules, and, keep on working at it. So it's great. So I want to see more of the episodes and, just see what else you got going on there. So it's great.
Yeah, Google Metal Rules TV and subscribe to the show on YouTube.
All right. See ya.
Thanks, dude.
All right, no problem. Bye. All right, that was Jeff Rappaport from Metal Rules TV, for those who just logged on. Now we're going to interview Kate and W. DePina right after our next songs.